You're watching Conversations with AnouMe. Today's topic is bitching. Why do we criticize and complain? What do we really get out of it?
Because we really like it. Well, some of us do anyway. I do think that we get a sense of connection. So if we find something that we mutually dislike, so what you're bitching about is really about what you mutually dislike. It forms like a sense of connection. But it's more, you can also do it from a way of the things that you like. So if you like sports and things that you enjoy. So bitching is the opposite of that. So the things that you don't potentially like, right? But you bond over those things. And sometimes we have more of them. We tend to focus more on the things that we don't really like than focus on the things that we do like. Hence, there's more bitching and complaining. But it gives us a sense of connection, a sense of a community to a certain degree. We find people that kind of agree with us in that. Like-minded people, yes. And I think it's also, if you look at it, it's also a releasing mechanism. So whatever's on your mind that you're unhappy with, it's another form of releasing it. So by releasing it, you feel better. So you feel better, one, because you're releasing something that's bothering you within, right?
Correct.
Two, you're also getting a sense of, oh, they get it. They get me. I'm not alone. I feel supported. So if you then continue that conversation, it's almost like you're supporting each other, right? So it's that deep down, it's that connection. So therefore, if we find it on that level, we tend to repeat it.
But does it have any negative effect on us? Because bitching and complaining, criticizing doesn't sound or feel to me, maybe I'm really wrong, like a very positive vibrational, positive energy kind of state,
It's not. You do get caught up in the cycle. I think it's key to understand why people do that, and we have a choice of whether we continue to do that or not. But in most cases, people don't really realize that they are doing that. Yes, you're right. It is a negative. It's a lower vibration compared to if you were bonding over talking about something that you enjoy rather than something that makes you unhappy. And if you look at it that way, or something's triggering you, so it may not be something that makes you unhappy, but it's something like if someone did something, or you with social media now, you end up picking up things on what people are doing. So you just, oh, look at her or look at him, isn't he full of shit, or isn't she full of shit, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you start bonding over that. That person on social media might be just triggering something within you that you just don't want to see within yourself. So there's so many different things to go on, and we have a choice of whether we want to look at that or not. And really, it's all about.
When you say whether we want to look at that or not, do you mean as whether we want to learn something about ourselves through that or not? Or
no, I think so. Sometimes we get triggered.
If we are triggered.
And we don't quite know what those triggers are, and so those triggers sometimes come out in a form of complaining or bitching. And therefore we get a sense of validation. So bitching also validates our thoughts and our behaviors.
In what way?
So if you bitch and someone agrees with what you're bitching about or complaining about and provides you with sympathy and provides you with support, and then go, yeah, I agree, because generally you tend to bitch about somebody.
Correct. Yeah.
And then you're looking for, if somebody else then joins into that conversation, say, yeah, I totally agree with that. My experience was this, this, and this. And then you start going backwards and forwards. You're validating what you've seen or what you believe is to be true. So you're valid, and it just gives you a boost in your self-worth as well.
But what I observed is if I do not respond or if I do not engage in agreeing with someone, then it almost feels like there is a disconnect between us. I don't know.
So so once you become more and more conscious, because I know it happened to me. So the days when I used to bitch a lot, because it gave me a sense of belonging at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But when I made the decision not to, what happened was that the person that I used to bitch with would then start attacking me in that sense, or trying to get me, and that's another form of trying to get you back into that conversation, in that engagement on that level. So, and then you'll start drifting away, because that bond over bitching no longer exists, because you've changed as a person.
Yeah. And before I close, what is the one tool or practice, or more of a reflection question, really, that we could simply use?
So ask yourself, just explore it, and do not judge yourself on it for the starters. I mean, and try and understand why you do it. Just kind of have a look at your life and say, where in my life do I find myself complaining or bitching about a situation or another person? And then just ask why, and then ask, who do I do that with? And when I do that, how does it make me feel? What feelings do I get? Do I feel good? Do I feel bad? Was I irritated initially? Then having that conversation with somebody made me feel better. Just try and explore, what does complaining or bitching about a situation or somebody give you? How do you benefit from it? That's the first step. And then you can choose whether you continue to do that or not. But I think first of all is just to reflect on it.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys for watching. And if you know someone who really needs to hear this specific message and a conversation of ours, please love it and share it. And thanks for being with us. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.